Hey guys, and happy Thursday. I'm so happy you're able to join me this evening. The weather's pretty good in Philadelphia, so there's a lot of good things going on. I want to personally thank each and every viewer, supporter, and guest that have been on my show or who have viewed my show. I want to give you a personal thank you because without you, this really wouldn't be. I'm your host, Shayrenee, and you can watch each and every episode of the Indie Spotlight and the Indie Spotlight Special Edition on my main Instagram page at Shayrenee215. So just go to my main page, Shayrenee215, and look underneath the IGTV tab, and you can watch every episode of the Indie Spotlight and the Indie Spotlight Special Edition, past and present. But tonight's episode of the Indie Spotlight Special Edition Thursdays, which is happening now on Instagram Live at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have a very, very special guest and a huge trailblazer in the viral community. His name is Prestley Snipes. But before I tell you a little bit more about Prestley Snipes, I want to tell all of the viewers to keep the comments at a minimum because we don't want to distract our guests from talking. But, however, there is a great feature below where you can ask questions. Ask as many questions as you want, and I will definitely, and you can ask as many questions to the guests as you want, and I'll try to get everybody's questions up there. Okay, guys? So we're just waiting for Prestley to come into the room, and we'll start the interview. Now, a little bit of what I want to tell you about Prestley is he's pretty much like a pioneer of going viral before the whole apps came out, right? He appeared, he's known for, or best known for, one of the best known for things he's best known for is Criminals Gone Wild. In 2007, and I think Criminals Gone Wild 2 in 2008. This was a huge deal on YouTube, and he actually got to speak with Bill O'Reilly. He got invited on the Bill O'Reilly Report, which was a very, very, very huge news thing, and also CNN. Okay, he's also a Grammy nominated writer or producer, and he's actual music consultant. And he has a lot to tell us, a lot to say. So anybody that wants to hear about the music business, hear about promotion, hear about all his successful strides, should definitely view this. You can view it now or view it later. But this is definitely something where artists shouldn't really miss. He's going to be dropping some jewels on us. Hello. Hey there, everybody. So, let me see. He's going to be dropping some jewels. Hey! Hello. Hey there.
Hold on, I was trying to get joined on my laptop, but I'm on my phone.
Oh, if you needed a little more time, I can always just let you go and.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I'm just gonna prop my phone up. So I don't gotta. I got something I got a tripod for this. Hold on one second. Give me a second.
Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys when I was telling y'all a little bit about Prestley Snipes. Because I don't want to pronounce your real name wrong, but you'll tell me all that. He also made a book about the music business that I literally viewed on YouTube, and it was definitely a game changer. So I want y'all to actually look into that. But we'll talk more about that when he comes back to the camera. I hope we're not having any difficulties about coming back. I hope it's not. Oh, hey.
Okay, I found it.
Hey.
I got one of these.
So first, I would like to ask you, how's your day? How's your day going, or how's your day going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I'm having a good day, actually. Hold on one second. I'm just gonna get this tripod because I got this.
Sure.
Yeah, I got it. I got a little stand, so I'm gonna put it on this tripod. Give me one second.
You got the right stuff because you're like a creator anyway, so you got all the right stuff. Hey there, everybody. Hey.
My stand. I'm just gonna prop this up on my computer.
Sure,
Yeah,
that's
you
fine.
start buying stuff, and the next thing you know, you got too much stuff, and you can't find anything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know what I did with that stand. Yeah, so what's up?
So I wanted to tell you first, thank you. And thank you for being on the show. And also thank you for being so reachable for me to be able to reach you and to talk to you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Um, so what else? I'm trying to think what I firstly wanted to ask. So I was telling everyone about like some of this, like a lot of the stuff you did. Like you did a whole lot of stuff. I was like, y'all want to talk? Y'all, I know a lot of people know about like this whole going viral type thing with these different apps, but you literally is like one of the people that's like I would say like a trailblazer and like going viral. I was like, this is the going viral. This is like how it all started. But you tell me some more things about yourself.
Can you hear me? I kind of got. Does my mic sound muffled? Anything?
No, no, it
Okay.
sounds clear.
I don't know where to start. I don't know. I just had
Okay,
a
I
computer.
can start.
I had like I had a computer since I was like a teenager, and I just been trying to make stuff with it. Just trying to create and make things with my laptop or my computer, and that's just how it
You
started.
are an artist too.
Huh?
You are an artist, and that song you made called Alcohol. I was like, I'm putting this in the story, like when I advertise Presley's me and his interview.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
And
like
I was
that.
like, my mom was like, "Oh, I like that." I was like, "I do too." I was like, "Okay."
Thank you. I like to write when I have time to write songs, and it's fun.
It's normally very, very exciting for me to talk to someone that did a lot of meaningful things behind the scenes. Now, you are one of you are best known for one of the things you are best known for is Criminals Gone Wild, right? In 2007 and 2008.
Yeah, yeah.
Could you talk about that a little bit?
Um, we Criminals Gone Wild. What was I thinking when I made that? I was doing I was experimenting with
Mm-hmm.
I was making short films with the camera I had at the time, and I wasn't just doing it for fun. I was actually trying to make money off of whatever I'm doing. I'm not like doing it just for fun. Like
Mm-hmm.
there's usually a financial motive to anything that I get involved in. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so I was making these movies and I was putting them on the early internet, but there was nowhere for someone at that time to make money off of this type of stuff. I'm talking about 1998,
That's right.
1997. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that was when the DVDs were big. That form of media had just came out, and I was like, yeah, maybe I could distribute my work through the DVD format. It's a new format, so I started out in the DVD game, and I would be on the streets trying to sell my DVDs to people, and ended up meeting DVD distributors, and they would tell me what they wanted. I would see what they wanted. I would see what was the top selling stuff that they had, and it was Smack DVD, it was Crackheads Gone Wild, and it was sensational stuff, hip hop and violence and crime. And that's what I was like, well, damn, I was doing like a kind of a sketch comedy kind of variety show kind of thing, and it was selling when I would speak to people and I would tell them what it was about, because you'd be on the street selling DVDs and people would think you were selling like Hollywood movies, and they think, oh, I'm just out here selling, Denzel's latest movie, and this is a bootleg movie, and this may be a blank disc. but I would show people, no, this is me on the cover. I'm selling. I made this. So it all started like that, and then but like it was working good on a personal level. When we meet people, we stop people, and we sell it to them on the streets. They buy it because they say, oh, I like this guy. He's
Yeah.
cool. He's likable. I'm going to see what he's doing. But when it was time to sell it in mass quantities, by the thousands, the distributors, they wasn't trying to buy it. They say, who was in it? And we didn't have no celebrities in it. So I was like, damn, I got to make something a little more that's going to catch people's attention. So I was just like, yo, if I make a movie where crime is just happening, people are going to love this shit. I mean, excuse me, people are going to love this stuff. So there was a show I used to grow up watching called Rescue 911. And this was a show that came on like in the 90s. And it would be, there would be scenarios where people would call 911 and they like they do dramatizations. So that's really how it all started.
Wow. So, you know what, when you were talking about, it's so funny how like how we see films and things in cinema, or how we see films and stuff like that. Now it's like everything's on demand. There's no hard copy of anything. But honestly, after I seen the money that these distribution companies is paying on so many views, it looks like it's gonna be seeming like people are going to should, or shall I say independent artists should go back to actually selling a CD, because you got to put money back into the business.
Man, it's so much money being made now. Like even with Spotify, like it's not how it was. I don't like to keep talking about the past, the old days and all that, but it's great right now, whether artists realize it or not, because there's all these new digital platforms that where you can monetize. And I mean, if you're somebody who actually if you're able to build up a following and you got 10, 20,000 followers, you could really turn that into a career now. So I just think it's a great time right now to be a creator and be an artist. And yeah, like it was tough starting out in times where you had to I don't know, it seemed like I had to work harder than people have to do work now to kind of get their brand out there. So I think it's just a lot easier now to succeed in digital media.
Now when you did Criminals Gone Wild, you actually got called on CNN and the Bill O'Reilly Report.
Yeah.
And I seen that, and I was like, that was really huge at the time. Like, I didn't see no creators. I don't see nobody viral. In fact, I don't see anybody going viral now on CNN. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they didn't. It's hip hop, digital. It wasn't digitized. It was, the music business was making money, but as far as the viral video content, there wasn't HD cameras and everything. So when I came out with my movie, I was shooting it on the best cameras. I had like a $3,000-$4,000 camera, so the quality of it was so good. They had never seen the hood like this. They never seen
Right.
it so in HD. You know what I'm saying? So, and this was back when people were shooting on flip phones. It looked like, they say, oh, would you shoot that on a potato? This was back then. So it's like, yeah, it was crispy. So I think that was part of the reason. There was no Instagram at the time. So I don't know. It's like it's oversaturation of content right now. Hey, Taj,
Definitely.
Taj, I'm in a meeting. Close the door, Taj. My son, he's in there.
Oh, how old is he?
He's 5. Yeah, I'm in a meeting right now, Taj.
Bye.
Hi.
Daddy walking?
Yeah. I'll be with you in a second, buddy.
Bye, Daddy. Unlocking?
He's looking at you at work.
Yeah, he's great.
So where are you from?
I'm from Brooklyn, New York.
You're from Brooklyn, New York, and you still currently reside in New York?
No, I haven't been in New York in.
Oh, okay.
I left New York in 2014 when we had that hit song. I left. I moved. I was in Atlanta.
We're definitely gonna get in that part.
What'd you say? Yeah, I moved to Atlanta, and I got a big mansion out in Roswell. And then, long story short, I ended up in LA, and I just went out there for the Warner Chapel Christmas party, just to show up, because we had the #1 song at the time. And then next thing I know, I was living in LA for 2-3 years, and Then from LA, I ended up here in Arizona right now. I'm in the Arts District in Phoenix right now. So I've been living out here for the past couple years. I'm enjoying it.
So what time is it over there in Phoenix, Arizona?
Same time it is in LA, 3 hours, 3 hours behind the East
Oh,
Coast.
okay. I had no idea. I would have added that to it. But you so tell me what where can people find you at on social media?
Here, I'm Prestley Snipes on every social media page, but I don't really be on social media that much to tell you the truth. I don't really be on that much. Like I'm mostly YouTube. I'm mostly just like content wise, I'm mostly just YouTube. Like I put videos. I don't really put that many videos on Instagram. I think that's what I'm lacking right now in my
Sure.
marketing. But yeah, I'm a YouTube guy.
Yeah, yeah. You know, YouTube has been around for a long time and it's definitely reliable and it's definitely a great place to store stuff. Can you tell me a little bit about your book, which is the book that I listened to, the audio book, and I really enjoyed it. It had some really, really good stuff in it. How long did it take you to write that book?
I wrote that book in like 3 months, maybe 3 months. I was done with that project. Yeah, it was a tough time for me. In 2017 when I wrote that book, I was just coming off like a hit song and living. I was at a high in my life, and
Mm-hmm.
then reality started setting back in, and I started to have to really I started realizing I had to manage myself better. I had to manage my money better. I had to manage my life better if I was going to be able to maintain this lifestyle that I was living. So it was a
Mm-hmm.
reflection period for me in 2017. I had left LA and I moved back to Atlanta, and I was trying to get back to what I was doing before I went to the West Coast. So I was living in South Atlanta, and I had this big ass house that I rented, and everything was just seemed like it was falling apart because everything I was doing a lot of work. I was doing a lot of stuff for other people, but like, and then I ended up footing all the bills. So I was like really in a reflection
Mm-hmm.
stage. So I was really just
Mm-hmm.
between projects, and I was just like thinking like, damn, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I was just like, I just started writing. I just started writing one day, and 100 words turned to 1,000. 1,000 words turned into 5,000. 5,000 turned to 20,000. The next thing I know, I'm at 40,000 words, and I see 40,000 words is the length of a novel. I said, wow, I got a novel. So that's just how it started, and it didn't take much thought because it was all coming from the heart. It was all.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, this is so, I love that it was an audio book because I'm like, all I got to do is like sit and I can clean my house and I can listen to all these different things. And it had the chapters in chronological in the right order. And, you know, you can listen to them out of context and everything like that. But I really enjoyed it. And I suggest anybody that's on YouTube, they should be, um, looking for the book. What is it called? How to Make It
It's
in the
called
Music
How to Make It
Business?
in the
Or
Music Business Using Social Media Marketing to Build a Large Following. It's a long title.
that's literally
It's a long
everybody.
title, but yeah, it's basically how to make it in the music business, and it should show up. But I gave it away for free. I was selling it on Amazon and Audible, and it's still for sale. But it got to a point where I was just like, I I don't know. I just started realizing that I was bringing more. Sharing information was more valuable than just like trying to sell it to everybody, because some people
Hmm.
truly can't afford it, can't afford. Some people don't got the $20, so they may be able to afford it, but they're skeptical and they're cheap with their money, or they really may not believe in themselves enough to spend money on a passion. So I'm just like, well,
Yeah,
there's people. I know there's people out there that you could put something out there for free and they'll still buy it if they support you, if they support what you're doing. So I
exactly.
just got to the point
Yeah.
where I was like, yo, I just need to get this information for free. Like, God forbid I pass away and now I'm over here harboring this information. And, this is for the world. This is for everybody. So just put it out there for free. And the project has been a success.
it, what's the unique part about it is that you're an actual artist. You were the act, you produced, you were an actual video creator, you were in the music business, you're managing people. So it's like it's from all these different angles. Like I see music books, but it might be just from the producer, but I'm like, but you don't know how it is to be the artist. And you're like five things in one. So you're talking about it from different angles, and that's what I liked about it a lot.
Thank you.
So, I really, really enjoyed that part. And, I was listening to the one part when you were talking about, I think it was about lawyers, like about lawyers and the conflict of interest.
Hmm.
I could literally go on and on about like some music business stuff, but let me see which other question I want to ask. What is the best advice you would tell or you would give to an up and coming artist or someone who's up and coming in music, an artist or a producer?
The best advice that I could give them,
Mhm.
I would first want to know what are their goals. Like, what's
Mhm.
your goals? Like, because for a long time, I didn't know I had goals to succeed, but
Mhm.
I'm starting to realize. Um, you ever see that movie? It's like the with the genie, and you have three wishes, but then he says, "Oh, I want to be rich," but then you rub it, and then you get like a billion pennies, and you thinking, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you're
So
like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
like, oh, I want to be rich. I want it to be $1 billion. It's like if you're not, what I'm trying to say is if you're not specific with your dreams, you'll get exactly what you'll get the minimum. You'll get the bare minimum.
Mhm.
And
Mm.
I'm starting to be more specific with what I want with my financial goals. Is if my goal is to make $1 million this year, $100,000 this month. I'm specific, not just I just want to get paid this year, or we gonna come up this year, or we gonna do it big this year. I'm gonna get yeah, it's more my stuff. My goals are way more specific now. So I
Yeah.
just suggest to people because you could spend a lot of time aimlessly wondering, and
Mhm.
if you're not specific what you want, you'll get exactly the bare minimum, maybe less, maybe you'll get more sometimes, but I don't know. I'm just trying to be more specific with my goals. So that's what I would suggest anybody, whether it's music, starting business, be very specific on what you want and the goals that you're setting because you'll get it. You'll get everything that you're projecting that you're trying to get. I noticed that everything I've asked for, that I asked life for, I've gotten it. My problem was I wasn't asking for enough. You know what I mean? Like my goal was
Mm.
just to get a car, to get that car I wanted. Or I just wanted, for a while, I just wanted the BMW 650. Then I got it. I got the newer one. I wanted the old one, and I got the newer one. Then I got it, and I had it, and then it was just like, now what? It's like that was my goal in life to get a car. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I want this car. I want to have 10 million in the bank. I want to have some properties in different states. I want to be a
Yeah.
landlord. I want to be invested in some crypto and some stock. It was just very small. Like I just want a car. And it's just like we limit ourselves. Like you'll limit yourself by having these whack dreams. By just having, and I'm not saying it's whack dreams. I mean, it's great to buy the car of your dreams, but you'll get it, and then it's just you just be like, is it? It's like so,
Right.
you know, I'm just trying to
Amazing.
dream bigger, set bigger goals, and dream bigger. You know?
I like that. Like just focus. Like you should focus on what you want specifically.
Yeah,
Do you have any merch for sale besides your music?
yeah. I'm just not. It's funny because I have a product that's out right now. Well, it's not really out. I'm waiting for my first shipment, but I don't really want to tell people what it is
Oh,
because
you don't have to.
well, because
Take
the
your
thing
time.
is, it's a different product than like people know me for Criminals Gone Wild. And I don't really want to mix that because this is a clean product that has nothing to do with hip hop, has nothing to do with none of that race, culture. It's kind of I've stepped out of this box that I put myself in with just this music business manager. I stepped out of that world, and now I'm in a world that's so broad. I don't want that to taint this thing.
So that's totally fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
you'll hear about it soon. I'm just gonna wait till it's doing 100,000 a month. It's on the trajectory to being $1 million a year business, and then I'll tell people about it. But I don't really want to, because I don't want my past to affect what I'm working on right
What you
now.
doing?
Yeah, but yeah, I do
I
have
think
something
that's
going
fine.
on. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I respect that. Um, if you could work with anyone, I normally would say if you could work with any artist, but I'm going to ask you, if you could work with any artist, producer, creator, inventor, or whoever, who would you want to work with?
Jesus, no.
If you
Hold on, no. Michael Jackson. How about that?
Michael Jackson, you would have wanted to work with him.
Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mm. Um, are you doing any coaching or workshops or anything like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I coach. Um, I don't really. I mean, I don't have any coaching clients, but the
Mm-hmm.
people who I do work with, I coach them. They need advice. I give them advice. I let them know what I'm doing. I give them my perspective. But I'm not like
Mm-hmm.
actively taking on like coaching clients that I coach. I do some consultations here and there on my YouTube channel and on like Skype and Zoom. But I'm not
Okay.
like I don't have like a career as a coach like right now. No.
Okay. Okay. It's a coach or a mentor or so tell me about like your albums and the music that you're making because you are an artist. Are
Uh,
you doing that currently? Are you
yeah, I play around in the studio. It's become more of a passion. I started out when I was originally started my artistry. It was like I was saying before. It was a money motivation behind it. Like I was just doing it to make money. I discovered iTunes and TuneCore and all of those digital distribution services. And I realized that if I sent music every month to these services, whether my music became mainstream or not, then I was going to be able to make money if I played along with the keywords and whatever was going on at the time. So I started off as an artist just making money in the music business. I wasn't really thinking about being a famous singer or a rapper. I was just good. If I could do 5,000 downloads at $1.29 a month, my life is I'm living a good life. You know what I mean? For at the time. So I just started real humble, and in the process, I was learning the ins and outs of digital distribution and trends, and learning how to follow trends, learning how to study the
mhm.
charts, finding out what's trending, why is this trending this week, and just kind of just understanding the market. So it was like through I don't know, like I just learned through my own trial and error,
Mhm.
just being an artist. It wasn't so much like I don't know, like I don't think fame was ever my objective when I got into my music career as a musician. I don't, you know.
So I'm going to ask the question of what tips would you give to an artist when they're working in the studio?
You know, I don't know. Like some of the I don't know. Some people have it easier than others when they get in the studio. Like I've been in the studio with people that they get in there and then it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure um, to
Mhm.
produce or come up with something. And then you got guys I be in the studio with. They just natural. They just they get in there. They already got 100 songs in their head and they just get in there and it's just free spirit. Some guys I see they could just freestyle. Some guys I see they masters at writing and they have a lot of material. And some people go in there and try to write on the spot. I really don't. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
whatever you're good at, just work on that. If you're a writer, if you're someone who's not good at coming up with stuff in the studio, then you need to be having books and books of songs when you go to the studio. Because I remember one time I'm at the studio with this kid, and his mom had a lot of money. She was a millionaire, and we was in Hollywood. We in the studio 2,500 a night, and he didn't have one song, and we're just in there, and he's just blowing through his mom's money, and I'm trying to write a song for him, but he just was in there, and we're just in there playing ping pong, and I'm just like, well, shit, it's not my money, you know what I mean? Like, you spend 2,500 to go play ping pong, you know, that's it must be nice, but I don't know, like. I just say be prepared, and you don't always have to go to the studio. Um, to be, you know what I mean? You can do a lot of stuff from home. Like a lot of people, I don't know, sometimes it's cool to be in the studio environment, but I do all of my stuff from home. Like a lot of the greatest stuff comes at home when you're in your own element, when there's no pressure. You know what I mean? When there's no pressure, you got more time. You're not looking at the clock as much. You know, you just got more time to perfect your vocals or just master. So, I mean, I recommend trying to master in your home studio before you go and, you know, be paying for sessions and all of that, you know?
This is the question that I think I've been waiting to hear about, and it's about one of your artists who made a really really large hit, and I think it's called Tuesday.
Hmm.
Could you talk a little bit about that and the artist and like what was the situation that happened with that? I think this could be very educational for anyone that's in music or anyone that wants to hear a really really
Yeah,
really really.
I was in 2011, I was running a
Mhm.
website, and I started signing artists, and the first artist I signed ended up getting signed to Drake. And
And what was that artist's name? I don't know if you can say it or I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
sure.
yeah. His name is McConan, man. Shout out to McConan. Yeah, I
Okay,
signed.
is his name I Love McConan?
Yeah, well, we don't, we don't really love McConan anymore. Nah, we still love McConan. Nah, we still love McConan. I'm joking. Nah,
Okay.
that's bro, and I'll always look at him as family. He actually reached out to me a few days ago, and I think he's scared to call me, so he had to have someone else call me for him. And I'm like, yo, you could call me, bro, anytime. Like I'm not harboring any animosity. I think, yeah, he ended up writing a big song, and the song was never going to come out. It was never going to come out. Tuesday wasn't going to come out. It was just one of those songs, and I don't want to say the other producer he was working with at the time, he was kind of harboring his music. And I think he was saving some of his music for, he had plans with his music. But we had plans, I had plans as for my artist.
So,
So
so you was I Love McConan. You were I Love McConan's manager or promoter or?
I signed him. I mean, like, I
Oh,
really,
you signed him.
he
Okay.
was signed, he was really signed to my label. The whole manager thing was just a title. Like, I signed
Okay.
him from the first person to actually think this was going to work, and I signed him. And I got some bad advice, and I only signed him to a management agreement instead of a production agreement. But I figured, we were business partners, so whatever was going to happen, it was going to happen as a team. So whether it was going to be we was going to do a production deal or we was going to do I figured it was all going to end up coming together. So I really wasn't stressing the paperwork as much, but I probably I should have, because when things hit the fan, money started getting involved. You know, stuff starts, links start getting loose. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, the project was a success. We all made a lot of money, and
So not to interrupt you when you were talking, but just to talk about the song is by I Love McConan and it's called Tuesday, featuring Drake, and it had 163 million views to the date.
it went triple
And this
platinum
was
on YouTube.
that's yeah,
Well,
and
no, no,
was it
that's wrong.
nominated for a Grammy?
Well, the other version, there was another version that did 600 million views. So that went 4 times platinum on that version because someone did a remake of it. I don't know if you ever seen it, and that was more successful than McConan's song, and that did
Then
600.
the one with Drake.
No, no, it's funny that I got a song. The song someone else did it. A DJ overseas remade the song, and it surpassed
Oh,
it surpassed McConan and Drake's version. It did like 1 billion streams or more total. And yeah,
Wow.
yeah, it did 600,000 on YouTube, and it did like maybe 300, another 300,000 on Spotify. So it's did well over 1 billion streams. So yeah, it
Mm.
was a mega hit, a mega international mega hit.
Wow. So what happened between you and I Love McConan? Like after that?
I don't know. I don't.
Oh,
I
okay.
really don't know. I don't know. Like I just know we was working. We was working one day, and then one day I just stopped hearing from him. I don't know. I just I just stopped hearing from dude. And then next thing I know, all these shows are going on and money's being made, and I'm waiting to get paid. And then but the check never came.
Oh,
The check never came.
so you never got paid from that?
Yeah, I got paid. Yeah, I got
Oh,
paid. I'm
okay.
talking about like show money, and
Mm-hmm.
shows are going on. You know shows are happening, and you're supposed to be getting as a manager, you're supposed to be getting at least 15-20%. And I was
Mm-hmm.
signed up for 20%. And people money starts touching people's hands, and they start switching up on you. You know what I mean? They stay
Mm-hmm.
People want the whole $100. They don't want $80, which is crazy to me. But some people just want the whole $100. You know what I'm saying? And they'll be willing to cut somebody's hand for that other $20. Not me, but I mean, I can't. That's just how it is. Like, you know what I mean? I wish everyone the best, but some people just comes to money. They just, cutthroat.
Yeah, it becomes different.
Yeah.
So, and I normally ask if you have any questions. If you, this is the time when I normally ask my guests, do they have any questions for me?
Um, Questions? I don't have no questions. I listen. I just want to listen, and I'll
No.
I'll share whatever I can share. But I don't have any
Listen.
questions. I don't.
So, due to COVID-19 and how huge the impact on the like live music and live entertainment and live events industry, where do you see the future of like the music industry going, like the near future of it? What do you see happening? What do you
Virtual
think may happen?
virtual concerts. Um, I'm working with a buddy of mine. He was actually a part of the Criminals Gone Wild project, and we're experimenting with some virtual digital currencies and virtual concerts. And I got one of those VR headsets, and yeah, like it's a whole different virtual world going on outside of YouTube and Instagram and the social media platforms that people are accustomed to. I think it's this next 10 years is going to be crazy. Um, it's wide open. I don't know. I think it's all gonna go virtual. It is virtual. It's going virtual now. I have this headset, and you can actually put the headset on, and it looks like your front row at an NBA game. And I
Wow.
was watching Steve. I was at a Steve Aoki event the other day, and I was sitting front row, and he was right there. And I think that's the future: virtual events, virtual reality. Yeah, that's where I think it's going.
Are there any artists that you're working with or anybody that you're working with now that you want to talk about or share their project that you guys are doing, or you have any premiere projects or up and coming performances?
Yeah, I'm working on a few projects right now. Mostly passion projects. One of my
Okay.
brothers, Devin Malik, he's an artist out of Atlanta, Decatur, and he's a young artist I'm working with, and he's been like a brother to me. So I've been working on his project. My family, Blackbeard, he got a project. We made making a few songs together. So I'm still doing the music a little bit, but I've been mainly like just focusing on the next 10 years. I've been investing in crypto lately, learning about that space, trying to get involved with this
Mm.
NFT boom, and just trying to find new outlets and new ways to express creativity and get my ideas across that aren't conventional.
And what are like the things that you want out, or the things that you want everyone to know about or to tune into this year that is either created by you or made by you?
You can just Lord, you can just subscribe to my YouTube channel because I'm gonna be I have a few series on there and I want to continue to give advice, but as soon as I find looking for a cameraman out here so that I can continue some of the web series that I'm producing. I have this series it's called Making Money with Prestley Snipes, and I was really showing my real estate journey. I got into real estate investing a few years ago, and I've been documenting that journey to the point where started to become an income generating business. But like I was thinking, like I really want to make content that's just like outside of me. It's not so much about me; it's more about other people. So I don't know. I'm just working on content, looking for a new cameraman to work with. Not trying to force no relationships, business relationships, kind of just letting things happen naturally. Um, you know, filed for my new patent, got a new product coming out. Y'all gotta love it when I finally announce what it
When
is. But
you announce it.
yeah,
Well,
yeah,
congrats for that.
yeah. I'm an inventor now.
Okay, so you're an inventor now, which is dope, which is awesome. So you want everyone to subscribe to Presley Snipes YouTube, and you have a lot of different things on there, web series, tips, advice, and everything like that. And hopefully, somehow, I would work with you, or we could work together in some way or form, like business or something.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Um, what do you have any advice for someone who's trying to promote? Like, what do you feel like is the best way to, or one of the good ways to like promote stuff, or just like a good promotional tip?
You need a camera. Well, everyone has a camera now with these camera phones. There's really no excuse. You gotta just take action. It's really taking action.
Hmm.
But I would say whatever platform you're gonna focus on that platform and build it up. Whether it's YouTube, whether it's gonna be TikTok, whether it's gonna be Instagram. Facebook seems like it's tough to build on now. It's kind of like it's corporate. It's real corporate now. So I think there's still an opportunity on YouTube and Facebook. Excuse me, YouTube and Instagram and like TikTok. So I don't know, choose your platform and pull your phone out and start making some content. A picture's worth 1,000 words, so I can imagine a video is worth 5,000 words or 10,000 words. So pull your phone out and start taking action and stop looking at what everybody else is doing and get up off your ass and make something for yourself. Stop scrolling up all damn day and make something. That's the best advice I could give. Make something.
Okay.
Stop being such a critic. Everybody want to be a critic. You know what I mean? Everybody's a critic now. Like, make something. Make something. You know what I mean? Everybody got something to say. Make something.
Yeah, everybody's a creator. Um, so could you tell me a little bit more about monetizing, and what is monetizing? Because I don't really know much about monetizing. What is monetizing and how do you monetize? Or how do you make the content that something where it would get monetized?
This is a good subject. And I really I want to write a book just on this subject. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Because someone called. I had a consultation a few weeks ago with a guy, and he didn't know what monetization was. And monetization is when you turn your content into where ads are being run on your content. And
Mm-hmm.
I like YouTube because people are becoming millionaires off of YouTube content. I don't know. I mean, I
Mm-hmm.
know things are popping on Instagram and people are building following, but I don't know if they
Mm-hmm.
have the monetization. I know you could like tell people, oh, give me 10,000 for a post. And I don't know. I don't have 1 million followers on Instagram, but I know for a fact there's people that just started channels last year and their channels are doing 10, 20, 30,000 a month. You know what I'm saying? Some guys are doing 100,000, a few 100,000 a month, off of just making videos every day. And how you do that is, like I said, you got to pick up your camera and just start putting that work in. And after you have like on YouTube, I know after you have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch minutes, then you're allowed to apply for monetization. Now, just because you got monetization doesn't mean you're gonna make money. Just because you got approved doesn't mean, oh shit, I'm about to be making 1,000, 3,000 a month. Nah, you still got to put in a lot of work, and then after a while, when your content starts getting traction and people are watching it, the YouTube algorithm starts to reward you, and they start to put your content in the suggested videos. And then that's when you could upload a video and it do 1 million views in one day. Once YouTube starts recognizing that you're making good content that they feel is suggestion worthy. And a lot of people don't know how to make that type of content because they're still like just trying to make sensational content. Like, like if I do something sensational right now, I could get a lot of views. Like if I get on Instagram and get butt naked and run in circles and put a pie in my face, they're gonna say, "Look at that! Look at Prestley. He's a jackass." Did you see that video where he was? And I'll be popping for the day. My phone is gonna be blowing up, but not in a good way.
Right.
Not in a good way. They're just gonna say, "Yeah, he's a jackass." But nah. But you wanna be making stuff that it attracts people, but you're not making a fucking clown of yourself, and that's not easy to do. That's not easy to do. The easiest thing to do is make a clown of yourself to try to get some attention. But YouTube is if you're making good content and you're bringing value to people and you're adding something original, and they got the algorithms figured out where they watch minutes and likes, dislikes, comments. It all adds up to what they think is a high value video. And if you could make content that's high value, then you can make a lot of money with the YouTube platform. So I like YouTube. I like YouTube. They're on my TV. They're on all my smart TVs. When I turn on my TV, I don't see an Instagram app. I don't see a TikTok app on my TV. You want to be on TV, right? So like I said, I like the YouTube platform, and yeah, that's how you monetize your content. You need a 4,000 watch minutes and 1,000 subscribers minimum. And a watch minute is if someone just logged into this live and they watched it for 3 minutes, that would count as 3 watch minutes. Now, if 10 people watch for 3 minutes, that'd be 10 times 3. That would be 30 watch minutes. So for a 3-minute watch from 10 people, that's 30 watch minutes. So now I would need 3,970 more watch minutes in order to be eligible for a monetized YouTube channel. So that's how watch minutes work. So a lot of times, like long form video content like this, where you talk, that's why a lot of these podcasts are coming up real fast, because they're able to accumulate lots of watch minutes fast. Like Gilly the Kid, the $1 Million Worth of Game. That podcast, it just shot up because they were putting out content that everybody likes. Gilly's funny. They're able to watch him, but then they started having these artists on there, and the podcast took off. And most podcasts that you're able to get a lot of mainstream people on, they end up blowing up real fast because you're able to get a lot of watch minutes. And YouTube likes watch minutes because watch minutes means people are on YouTube. They're not on Facebook. They're not on Instagram. They're on YouTube. So if you're bringing 100 watch minutes per video, times 10 people was watching, that's 1,000 minutes. How many minutes is in a day? You know what I mean? It's like, so watch minutes are really valuable now. And that's why long form content is being promoted more, because it's more valuable to the platforms. They want to keep people on these platforms. And what that's called is bounce rate. The bounce rate, like in web terms, is how long someone actually stays on a website before they bounce, before they leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's called bounce rate. So YouTube wants, I think they don't want a high bounce rate. I think you want a low bounce rate. You don't want people to leave your site to go somewhere else. So if your videos are low bounce rate, then YouTube is going to promote you because they're like, this guy keeps people on our site. So yeah, once you start understanding how things work, you can start making content based around these factors, and you can be successful in a short amount of time. But everybody just wants to be seen, and everybody just wants to be famous, but they're not thinking about like the intricacies of how to really do this efficiently and fast. And that's why I was able to break an artist in 3 years. because I understand how things work, you know. And I know I could do it again. I'm just not 100% focused on breaking artists right now because, you know,
Your experiences you've been through.
I did it.
You've done a lot.
Yeah, I did it, and you know,
Yeah. What were you? What were you? Grammy? You're also a Grammy nominated producer
we got a Grammy nomination for the Tuesday. I was a co-writer
for the
and a
Tuesday. Okay.
publisher on that song, and it got nominated for a Grammy for Best Sung Rap Performance. I think in 2015. Or was it 2016? I can't remember. 2015 or 2016. Yeah.
So, if anybody does want to talk to you or reach you for consultant advice, you just literally broke down monetization in a form of what I never heard of, or I never dug into it that much. And you broke it down in such a simple way where like a lot of people could understand it. So what I wanted to ask, like you were saying about the $1 million worth of game, which is hosted by Gilly the Kid and Wallow 267, his cousin. um I'm noticing that if you were like if you were like popular and then you come back out like and rebrand yourself and stuff, is it easier for that kind of content to get monetized? But like, let's say you're independent and you're just coming out and you don't have that huge base. Is there anything that you should do when you're trying to get your stuff monetized against somebody that has a little more credibility, more clout, knows more people?
Yeah, it's a lot easier for people with existing followings to blow up on the
Hmm.
internet now because they can, you can take 10,000 people, and like I said, 10,000 people watching a video for, I don't know, 100 minutes. I don't know what's the math on that. A million minutes? I don't know. What is that? 10,000 times that? I don't know. I'm no mathematician. It's a lot of minutes. It's over. I know it's over 100,000 minutes. So I mean, if you could be dropping videos that's doing 100,000 minutes of video, YouTube sees that and they're like, wait a minute, why? There's a lot of videos that get uploaded on the internet every day. There's a lot. It's something like 20, 50,000 a day. So when you're making content that's getting this much traction, it stands out from the bunch. And the algorithm automatically recognizes, oh, this isn't like the other 49,999 videos that got uploaded today. This one got 100,000 watch minutes. Why? Because Gilly has 1 million followers on Instagram, and his cousin Wallow has 1 million followers on Instagram. And when they put out a video, they're pushing people from Instagram to YouTube. So now
Back to
YouTube
YouTube.
sees
Hmm.
that, oh, you're working for us. So we're going to work for
Yeah,
you. You're bringing
yeah,
traffic to us. So
right.
there was a time where, like when Soldier Boy came up, where YouTube was giving out free traffic, where all you had to do was be on YouTube. I was a part of that, where all you had to do was make your title catchy enough. And if Beyonce, I had this video called Beyonce in the Shower, right? So when you see the title, people used to think, oh, I'm about to see Beyonce in the shower. So if
Hmm.
Beyonce came out with a single ladies video, I came out with Beyonce in the shower. So my video would show up. You know how like nowadays you see a related Beyonce video, it's gonna be Megan Thee Stallion, it's gonna be mainstream Vivo. But back then when like Soulja Boy was coming up, all you had to do was alter your title. So I remember I had this video called Beyonce in the Shower, and it did like 10 million views. And it was like a picture. I printed a picture of Beyonce out, and I put it in the shower. And then I just zoomed in on it, like there was water falling on the picture. It was Beyonce in the shower. It really was. But a lot of people came up off of clickbait. You can't do
Clickbait. Yeah.
you can't do clickbait like you used to. They stopped all of that. They
Hmm.
stopped all of that. And Soulja Boy was one of,
And
huh?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said
No, keep
Soulja Boy
going.
is
I'm
one of
sorry.
the people who capitalize off of clickbait. So, but that's
Oh,
not the case
clickbait.
no more. You gotta actually bring some value. You gotta actually, you also gotta make clean content. You can't be cursing all in these videos. You can't be doing all that fuck shit. Excuse my language. You can't be. There ain't no money in that. There's no money in that. I mean, you can do that, but you'll make less money than somebody who's running a channel that's clean, informative, and advertiser friendly. It's all about being advertiser friendly. And that's something that I didn't realize when I was in my 20s making content. I was just trying to make something that people was going to be hype about. and want to watch. I wasn't thinking about, oh, the advertisers aren't going to want to put ads on these videos because we're running around shooting guns and we're saying F this, N-word that, N-word that. The advertisers ain't going to want to put no ads on these videos. So it's like,
Right.
I'm getting popular and people know about me, but I'm not making no money off this. So
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to lose any of the like stuff we're talking about because Instagram only gives you about 60
I'll
minutes
go on and on.
to
Yeah, I'll go on and on.
yeah, because I really enjoy talking to you because you let a lot of people know a lot of information. A lot of stuff, a lot of this stuff is like advertisement, monetization jewels. But I just want to ask real quickly, what about paid promotion? Is that worth it? Before I wrap like the interview up, paid promotion.
Yeah, if you got money to burn, burn it all. Yeah. You got a million? Let's spend it. Let's run some ads. Let's do it.
So I'm particularly, I think I'm talking about the paid promotion through other people's pages on Instagram. Is that worth it?
Yeah, any promotion is
Okay.
good. They say somebody talking bad about you is good promotion. I don't really believe
Yeah.
that whole any promotion is good promotion. That's them people that's just trying to get that 15 minutes of fame. You want good promotion. And if you could promote your stuff on someone's channel that has a bigger following than you and they're selling something that's similar to what you're trying to sell, by all means, pay
Right.
that person to get your stuff on there. Yeah.
So I wanted to thank is there any last words that you wanted to say before I wrap up the interview? Because I got about about a couple more minutes.
I'll keep talking. I'm chilling right now. I'm at home, so I'm chilling, man. Yeah, I'm in my element, so I'm not in no rush. I'm chilling right now, so
Yeah.
it's whenever we could do like
Okay,
maybe
so
we could do like a Zoom or a Skype session, and we could probably talk
yeah.
more about monetization because I do want to talk about that more. I never really went into that topic on my channel, so I wouldn't mind if you wanted to talk more about that. I'm chilling right
Okay.
now. I'm chilling there, so it's cool.
Okay, so that's pretty much. So I wanted to thank everybody, the viewers. I want to thank all the viewers and the supporters. Thank you so much. And I also wanted to thank you, Prestley Snipes, for coming on and talking about all the business stuff and all the stuff that goes on behind the scenes because we definitely need that. And I want you to check out and subscribe to Prestley Snipes YouTube. And you can also find the music business. How to make it in the music business book using social media. Is it
It's the
using
longest
social media?
title ever.
I know.
How to make it in the music business using social media marketing to build a large following. Try saying that
Yes,
10
yes,
times
yes. So we
fast.
definitely drop. I definitely watch your YouTube videos. I just put it on because it's really informational and it's really good.
Thank you.
So I wanted to tell you, thank you, and I wanted to tell you to have a great night. And
Thank you.
I'll be inboxing you a little later.
Thank you. It was my pleasure. Thank you for having
Thank
me
you
on
so much.
your program. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you, guys. Have a good night.
You too.